Alright, welcome to ATGSITE, otherwise known as Sausage Fest 2010. Yeah! You know, unfortunately, no woman today. Happens once in a while.
Yeah, I think this is the first time in months in which it's been three guys on a couch paneling a movie together.
Three guys on a couch.
Okay.
Kinky. That's the title of our next video.
Might appeal to a certain
demographic. I don't know if we have that yet, but I
want to go there.
We'll be able to get them if we titled the video "Three Guys on a Couch."
Anyway, so okay, this is actually a retake of our earlier shot because it became crotch TV. So
another way to reach that demographic.
Yes, there you go.
Yes.
So here's take two. So anyway, we are covering two 3D movies today: Despicable Me and Resident Evil Afterlife. And we'd like to welcome here our guest reviewer, Jason and Sandra. All right. So first off, Resident Evil. This is first time in 3D for them, and I think it makes a big difference here. Huge difference, right?
Because I have friends who caught it yesterday. What up, Cla and Fritz? They caught it yesterday and they said it was very disappointing. I fell asleep in the middle of it. But I think that since we caught it in 3D, that was a huge difference because they used the James Cameron camera, supposedly, that he trademarked, he patented.
And they put it in the trailer.
And they put it in the trailer using the James Cameron camera. So it's probably the best 3D movie since Avatar. Because like we were saying earlier, this one, they planned it all along that they were going to use 3D. It wasn't an add-on, it wasn't like a late decision that, okay, we might as well switch it to 3D. This whole thing was planned all along.
It wasn't riding the 3D wave where like, oh shit, Avatar made $700 billion bucks.
Yeah.
Let's convert everything.
Let's convert everything quickly. But we only have 8 weeks to release. It's okay. We'll just put it all in there. Yeah. And look what happened. You get Clash of the Titans, a completely crap movie, right? Yeah. So at least the smart thing here, they use the cameras, and I think this should be the way to go. They should not be converting. They should shoot in 3D all the time. Yeah. You know, just to avoid.
Really
bad transitions.
Yeah, and it's a crappy aesthetic. Yeah. So
it helped that we had low expectations for the movie. I mean, even though I was a fan of the game, at least the very first game, I played it for hours and hours on end.
I still play.
Yeah, so we had low expectations for this movie, and we ended up having fun with it.
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
Good stuff here.
What's nice about this movie, again, I barely remember the first one except for nude scenes of Novak Djokovic. I barely remember the second one except for Jill Valentine. But what I liked about this one, we're all like, was that one little segment that did kind of feel like a homage to Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
That felt like the best homage to Resident Evil 2, within the spectrum of these Resident Evil movies.
Yep.
I mean, going into this, I wanted to see, I always just wanted to know what the Matrix would look like in 3D. And I got, watching this is the closest thing I'll get to it.
I just wanted boobs in 3D. I didn't get it. They teased it.
They almost got there.
They teased it.
Mila almost got there.
Almost got there because it's a prerequisite. It was supposed to be a prerequisite for every RE movie. She would go naked, and here
they ruined that shower scene.
They ruined it. Yeah. They could have nailed it.
I know,
especially in 3D.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have spent some time with it, they put like a nice little artsy break in it.
Yeah.
I mean, have her contemplating what's going on to the world.
Or start crying in the shower.
Yeah,
it would have worked beautifully, but no, they did not.
And she can be forgiven for being a Wonderwall, but
Yeah.
she's still really hot. She would still be hot.
And they did have a lot of close-ups of her face.
Yeah.
And you saw that she's really a beautiful girl. So they had a lot of close-ups.
Well, it helps that her husband, is the director.
Okay. Yeah.
So of course he'd go for those shots, right?
Right.
So yeah.
And, it was fun seeing Ali Larter here. I mean, after the disappointment that was Heroes, so she kind of redeemed herself, getting back into the Claire Redfield role. And again,
you got Wentworth
Miller in prison again. Yeah.
He's typecast there.
Once he's in, he cannot get out.
Yeah.
He's typecast.
And they had that weird guy who was doing the Albert Wesker role. If you remember Albert Wesker, he was the villain in the very first RE.
He was supposed to be their friend.
Yeah, so here he's he's like the super villain type who kind of has the T virus, but you're not quite sure.
Yeah.
But as JV said earlier, he kind of had a Val Kilmer vibe.
Yeah,
and shades.
yeah, he had that Euro trash, the thing. You know?
Yeah.
He had that thing going where, like, with that really posh accent. That.
He kind of felt like Wesley Snipes in Blade 2 with the buckles and the trench coat.
You know what he kind of reminded me of, instead of Val Kilmer? Paul Phoenix from Tekken. For some reason, I think it's the hair and the glasses. And like
The hair should have been a bit higher, but there were parts there where he was flipping around and it looked like CG hair.
Yeah.
It wasn't moving.
There were
at
moments
all.
when he looked purely like CG.
Yeah.
I think it was CG.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that time when Keanu Reeves flies,
Yeah, in the Matrix movie.
Yeah, just like that.
True. And it kind of felt like a mashup a bit of Zombieland and 28 Days Later and Shaun of the Dead. Zombie apocalypse. Some I Am Legend there too, looking for survivors, and you could switch around the script and everything, and it would
Exactly.
feel
All
the
these
same.
movies they have no real progression whatsoever, and but although with this one, what I liked here is that I like the claustrophobic feel. Because they're just stuck in a prison most of the time in the tunnels.
Yeah.
So I like that touch there.
Wait, let me get this straight. Okay, it doesn't occur to me when we were watching the movie. So we were watching Wentworth Miller in a movie where he was stuck in a prison and trying to get out.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
pretty
yeah.
much. Pretty much.
Typecast.
Hey man, the guy needs his dough.
He does. Breaking
Movie
out
stars
of
gotta
prison-
eat too.
Yeah, breaking out of prison is what.
That's what he does. That is what he
That's
That's
does.
his
God,
expertise.
do it.
It must be, it must be part of his resume. Like,
Gets
yeah,
out of
like,
prisons.
He gets out of prisons. It's like being playing a doctor.
Yeah.
I can play a really good doctor in a movie.
How'd you get out of prison? See, I got the tattoos for it. See.
Yeah.
I was in prison break for 4 seasons. It lasted that long.
Yeah. So there, what more can you say? I mean, it was really the effects that carried the movie more than anything.
Yeah.
Because the script isn't nuclear physics. It's pretty paper thin. It's a bit straightforward. But since all three of us had low expectations, we ended up having fun.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
There were moments for me in which the acting was really flat. In which it actually did remind me of the old cinematics from the Resident Evil.
Because the original Resident
Yeah,
Evil game felt like a B movie
Yeah.
that was a video game.
Yeah.
So this was a good interpretation of that. I thought all along.
Yeah. I think that that Wesker guy, he epitomized, that really bad, all those bad lines in Resident Evil. So it fitted to a T. I mean, you're not expecting it to be anything more than the video game itself, right? So that was, I think that was part of the appeal here, and I think the action, it was Matrix style and very stylized, and it worked for what it was.
It was fun. I liked it.
Yeah, it felt, like I said earlier, it might have been the best 3D interpretation of a movie since Avatar. Because, they planned it all along. It was going to be shot in 3D.
Yeah.
No bones about it.
Exactly, because when you have that in mind already, you're always preparing what shots to make and thinking, oh, that's perfect for 3D. Unlike for a movie that's converted to 3D, you don't have that in mind.
In movies like Clash of the Titans, there weren't really parts where they were using 3D effect to reach out to you.
Right.
Here, there were parts where stuff was being thrown at you.
It was
Planes were
deliberate.
coming at you.
Yeah.
And there was even those scenes where the plane was flying and you could see the difference from the background.
Right.
It was lifted off. It wasn't flat. So.
Anything else?
Oh, there's that cute girl, Crystal. Played by Casey Barnfield. So we will Google her.
She dies. She dies along with the rest of the Motley Crue they pick up.
Except for
the black dude.
For the baller. That
Boris
idiot.
Kojo.
Boris Kojo, who you'll be seeing soon anyway.
He represents, those annoying ballers, those guys who hang around, power plant and Greenbelt, they're tanned enough and they're tall enough that they instantly think that they're black. So they just try to get away with it. Fuck you.
Okay. They'll be keeping an eye out for you.
That's
on
okay.
Power Plant now. See that white boy wannabe who hangs out at Power Plant? I'm gonna kick his ass!
That mall rat?
Yeah.
That wannabe mall rat?
But again, the movie was open-ended again. So,
Again.
God,
Yeah.
this is probably needs
So,
there'll be another
gonna be
one.
another one.
If this
There'll be a
movie
fifth
does
one.
well, another Resident Evil, here we go. It's a movie that, it's a series.
It's not gonna end.
Won't
It
die.
won't die.
Like the zombies.
Like the zombies won't
It's not gonna
die.
end.
Yeah.
But, to give it its credit where credit is due, it's one of the most successful video game movie franchises. out there.
Amazing.
And people keep coming
amazing.
Yeah, people keep on coming back here. It's
If
the one
they-
that's most successful, right?
Yeah, and if they're not watching it in the big screen, they're obviously buying the DVDs.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't making money, there wouldn't be any sequels.
And Resident Evil has always had that appeal. It's always had the appeal. I mean, you look at games like Tomb Raider, for example. Some of its appeal has been lost over the years. Resident Evil has always stayed fresh, and it's one of those games in which even the original games in the old PS3 were so good and put up such a landmark that they're always constantly revisited.
Yeah.
So it has that appeal there.
There are those moments in the old Resident Evil that people can still quote the lines from the cheesy
Get down.
dialogue. Yeah. The first time the dogs come at you, the first time birds come flying out the windows,
Yeah. A lot of that was in this movie. A lot of the references are there too. Right.
And I remember when I played Resident Evil, it was my brother got the Japanese version. It was called Biohazard.
Yeah.
Because he just saw the commercial. He was in Japan with my dad, saw the commercial, and he was like, oh, this looks cool. So he buys it, we bring it home, we started playing it, and we couldn't understand because English dub but Japanese subtitles. It took a while.
Yeah, to figure
But
it
when
out.
we finally figured it out, I couldn't let it go. I just couldn't let it
Yeah.
go. So Resident Evil will always have a special place in my heart.
Exactly. I mean, I just realized Tomb Raider was supposed to go that route.
Yeah, it never did.
But it never did. I mean,
Never did.
the games just fell flat, right?
It did.
After a while.
After the third game, that was it. You knew what to expect already. You knew that you were going to visit Lara's house. And they should have just ended it with the fourth one.
Yeah,
The
just kept
fourth
making-
one should have just, with Lara's death, should have just...
They just adjusted more and more to make Lara more curvaceous and she wouldn't have pointy boobs.
Exactly. And with the later games, they were rushed, those later games. They
Yeah.
were rushed.
So disappointing. I mean, I heard the reviews of the one of Tomb Raider and PS3, and it's nothing.
Yeah.
Shame. So anyway, ratings.
I gave it a 3 out of 5.
I'll give it a 3 out of 5 too.
3.5, I was actually entertained, and I might just consider watching another one if it comes out.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Maybe.
might I say, as you mentioned a while ago, this was an independent movie.
Yeah, it was.
This was an independent movie. So, yeah, I mean, don't let those Indiana douchebags, change alter your perception of what an independent movie is. Resident Evil Afterlife, right?
Afterlife.
It's a good representation of people doing it indie style.
Yeah, the way they wanted to.
Doing
Yeah.
it indie style.
Cool.
Props to them.
Props to them.
Not props. So okay, all
That's
right.
it.
That's it.
Cool.
On to part 2.
That's the last of me. Oh, wait. Since it's going to be the last of me. This was sponsored by C2.
Oh, Jesus. Just trying to get C2 as our sponsor. It's gonna happen.
They're watching this